damaged. Dayton 24/7 Skyview showing what Harrison Township looks like today. This is North Dixie Drive as well. You can see many homes and businesses in the area still damaged, some demolished. And here's a look from Wagner Ford Road, where many signs of the tornado still remain. Dayton 24/7 Now's Alan Henry caught up with a couple from the township he interviewed the night of the storm to find out how they're doing nearly 6 months later and the progress the township has made so far.
Less than an hour after the storms rolled through, first responders were at the River's Edge apartment complex searching for survivors.
They are going through in groups, busting down these doors, trying to get inside.
Amid the debris, I met Dale and Lisa Hassler, shaken from the experience.
You could feel the pressure in your ears. It made your ears pop like you were in an airplane.
It was the scariest night of my life, absolutely.
It was a harrowing experience.
6 months later, the Hasslers are now living in Vandalia. Because of the storm, they had to find a new home, a new truck, and Lisa, a new second job.
Our rent went up. We now have a truck payment, and so that's how I'm chipping in on the family budget.
6 months later, this is what the apartment complex looks like today, fenced off and closed to the public. But the Harrison Township Development Director tells me the owner will be pouring millions of dollars into it for a second time.
They've started the process of demolishing buildings, and from all we have been told, that he is going to rebuild there along on his property.
Lisa Hassler says there's some damage she's still recovering from that isn't as obvious.
I had a real hard time with loud noises, being in large groups of people that were really loud. I really had a hard time with like windstorms. When I would go somewhere, I would always look for if it happened again, where would I go? And so I've been going to counseling for that.
What would help her most, she says, is seeing more progress.
I feel sorry for those who couldn't get away and couldn't relax because they were looking at it all the time. I wish the community could start tearing down these buildings so we don't have to be reminded every single day.
The township says cleanup has been their #1 priority, but with so much damage and now winter approaching, it could be a while.
At this point, we are in the process of, there's a lot going on behind the scenes in terms of the paperwork that we're filling out in order to get those FEMA dollars. What we're hearing and seeing and understanding is we're looking at a 5 to 10 year process of both individual assistance and then community redevelopment assistance in both the residential areas and in our business corridors.
So far, that process has cost more than $4 million, a cost that's expected to rise, but it's still unclear how much of that will be covered by federal dollars. In Harrison Township, Alan Henry, Dayton 24/7 Now.
We've been at this since